What is up, guys? Player One Gaming here. I'm going to try to make this video a lot shorter than last week because last week it went over 40 minutes and that's too long. So I'm going to go over week 9 results and reactions and week 10 predictions. So let's start with the first game of week 9, which was Indiana and Minnesota. This was a Friday night game. And if you remember my prediction video, I had predicted Indiana to win. That did not happen, so I was already off to a bad start. Minnesota won 38-31. Indiana is now one of the worst teams in the Big Ten at 4-5. We all thought Minnesota was terrible, and they're really not good. But, I guess they're better than Indiana. The score was like 31-15 for a little while. And now, it's different now, but, yeah, the new rankings are also out, and I'll show you those when, for the Big Ten teams, at least I'll show you. So, Minnesota wins here. I was kind of surprised about that. Wisconsin was number 20 against Northwestern. Northwestern has won 5 straight, and in the new rankings, they're not even ranked, which I don't understand. Their only conference loss comes to Michigan by 3 points. They've beaten Wisconsin, who is ranked, and I don't understand. I really don't understand it. But Northwestern wins 31-17. So good job by Northwestern. Purdue and Michigan State. Oh, by the way, I had predicted Wisconsin to win, so again, I was wrong. But this game I predicted right. Michigan State and Purdue, I predicted Michigan State to win. And that did happen. And they won 23-13. And people were telling me, oh, you're crazy. Purdue just beat Ohio State and Michigan State just lost to Michigan. There's no way that Purdue is going to lose to Michigan State. And they did. And I told them. So it makes me feel proud. But Michigan State wins here 23-13 by 10 points. I think I had the rest of the games correct. Nebraska wins a nothing game 45-9 against Bethune Cookman. The score was like 14-0 Nebraska with less than 5 minutes off the first quarter. There was like 10 minutes and some seconds left in the first quarter, and they're already up by 2 touchdowns. So they win a nothing game against a nothing opponent, and it means nothing for Nebraska except the second win. Iowa and Penn State. If you had watched, I had predicted Penn State, and I said this was a hard decision, and I said Penn State was gonna win, and that's what happened. They won 30-24. So, good job by Penn State. Illinois and Maryland. Maryland killed Illinois, and I had predicted Maryland to win, but I didn't expect it to be so dominant. I definitely didn't expect Maryland to score over 60 points. Maryland wins 63-33. And was that it? Yeah, bye week for Michigan, Ohio State, and Rutgers. They play next week, obviously. And I don't think there's any teams that don't play in the Big Ten next week. I'll look, but I think there might be one. So week 10 predictions. Nebraska and Ohio State. Ohio State is now ranked number 8. They were ranked number 11 last week. But they were on the bye week, and some teams lost, and they're up to 8 now. I'm going to go with Ohio State because Nebraska is still not a good team. I don't care what they say and what anyone says. Yeah, they beat Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota beat Indiana. Nebraska may be better than those two teams, but Ohio State is not going to lose to Nebraska. But it would be a huge upset if they did beat Ohio State. I'm going to go with Ohio State, and I'm going to say by like 20 or so more points. 20, 30 points. Just because, one, they're a better team, Ohio State is, and 2, after the loss they had to Purdue, I'm assuming they won't be very happy. So it's gonna be It's gonna be something like that. I'm gonna go with Ohio State on this one. Wisconsin's gonna win this. Wisconsin's unranked now, obviously. They were 20th ranked, and then they just lost to Northwestern, who was unranked and still unranked. But Wisconsin lost, and they're gonna win this one. They're gonna be at home, and they're just gonna destroy Rutgers. So that's what's gonna happen there. And Wisconsin's gonna win. I'm gonna say by 20 or 30 points. It'll be a kind of a dominant win, like Ohio State's game against Nebraska will be, because Rutgers is not a good football team. They're 1-7, so I'm gonna go with Wisconsin here. Michigan State and Maryland. Now Maryland's got the run. They can run the ball. They can't really throw it. Michigan State's very good at stopping the run. They're the best rush defense in the country, and it's because of that. And because of that, I'm gonna go with Michigan State to win this one, in a couple of touchdowns. I'm gonna say by 14 or so, 13, maybe 10 points, something like that. So, Michigan State wins here, in my opinion. Iowa, number 19 now, versus Purdue, who just lost to Michigan State. Iowa, both of these teams are coming off of losses. Iowa to Penn State and Purdue to Michigan State. I'm going with Iowa here because of the dominant defense. I'm going to say it's going to be kind of low scoring, and I'm going to say that Iowa's going to win, kind of pull away and score some more points in the second half and beat Purdue by a couple of touchdowns, or maybe by 7 points or 10 points or whatever. I think it'll be low scoring. I don't know why I think it'll be low scoring. I think that's just how I feel about it. Minnesota and Illinois. It's hard to say with this one. Now, I think I should go with Illinois, but considering, Illinois really, I don't know. Both of these teams aren't good, but I'm gonna go with Minnesota because they did beat Indiana, and Indiana gave Penn State a challenge, and Minnesota also gave Ohio State kind of a scare early on in that game. And I know I won't get over that, but still, they were leading 14-10 over Ohio State. That's something Illinois will never do. So I'm going to go with Minnesota. And it's really not going to matter. This is kind of just two teams that aren't very good in the Big Ten. Two of the worst teams in the Big Ten going up against each other. So I'm going to go with Minnesota here because Illinois is just not a good football team. Both teams got killed by Maryland, though. Number 14, Penn State. They go up from 17th ranked to 14th ranked. And number 5, Michigan. Now, I think Penn State allowed Michigan State to score 21 points. And they also lost 21-17 against Michigan State. Michigan allowed 7 points against Michigan State and scored 21. So they scored more points and allowed less. So, and that's not the full reason. I think the Michigan defense is too dominant. And they don't have Saquon Barkley. Yeah, they have Trace McSorley, who will be a help for them. But it's at Michigan. And, the defense, we're coming off a bye week. That's just how it is. And Michigan's very dominant at home, so I'm going to go with Michigan here. And a close one. I don't know if it'll be close or not. You never know. I thought Wisconsin was going to be a close game. I thought Michigan State was going to be a close game. Neither one of them ended up being that. We beat Wisconsin by 24. We beat Michigan State by 14. But I'm going to say it's going to be close still because Penn State gave Ohio State a good game. and should have beat Ohio State, honestly. But I'm going to go with Michigan. Now this is a weird game. Northwestern, their win streak could be on the line here against Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame is third ranked. They're undefeated. They haven't lost a game since their most impressive win coming against Michigan. They beat Stanford. After that was really the only other notable win they've got. They've got a fairly easy schedule ahead of them. They've got a clear path to the college football playoffs. Now, and really they just need to win out. They don't have a conference game, so they just have to win out, really. But I'm going to go with Notre Dame. Northwestern struggled against Rutgers, and, Northwestern lost to Michigan while Notre Dame beat Michigan. And, I don't know. It's at Northwestern. It's a late game. There could be an upset. Now, I'm not saying that there will be, but there definitely could be. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame though. I have to go with Notre Dame. So, yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's 13 teams playing, so who's not playing? I think it's Indiana. Is it Indiana? Yes, it is Indiana. Indiana's a bye week. Week 10. So, week 10, Indiana gets a break. They probably got one other game, and they play Michigan, and they got Michigan State, or not Michigan State. They've got I don't know, probably Penn State or something. No, not Penn State. They played Penn State. What am I thinking? But that's it. I'm gonna stop now because I got one other video I gotta record, and actually it will be uploaded today. This video will be uploaded tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.